So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Son Heung-min. Xavi Alonso. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Gullit. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, given offside once more. Well, that pass isn't the best. Over to the left. Just eases him off the ball. Thuram. And it's Gullit. Chance here to counter. Eto'o.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Messi. Now, can they get him away? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Face to face with... Shoots! Goal! International! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Shapes to shoot! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
Corinthians grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Bellingham. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Corinthians clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He has found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's through here. Pele is onto this. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a searching pass, and he's there to make the challenge. It's run loose here. He's shifting through the gears here. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Players have gathered round, and they are clearly concerned. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
substituição no time do Corinthians.
Roberto Carlos is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Oh, great save by Dida! And he's there to get it away.
Such good technique.
Vieira. Son Heung-min has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And he's making progress on the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Hullet. Kvaratskhelia. Into the channel. And there's green grass ahead of him. Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Roberto Carlos. Corinthians are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. Son Heung-min. Can he get it through? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Bellingham. And it's Son Heung-min. Roberto Carlos. Nice control. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Rijkaard takes control of it, and he's on the move. Alonso. Bellingham. Hullet.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that's a key interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Makalele gets over and intercepts. Now it's Son Heung-min. Knocks it into space. Cruyff receives it in a wide position. He's in space and looking for options. Not the most accurate pass. Lovely, now then. Kvaratskhelia. And no, he's seen through all of that. Played out towards the right wing.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's Xabi Alonso.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Messi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great vision. Played out to the left flank.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So we're into the second 45. Out towards the flank. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Carlos actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Makaleli. Now Costa Curta. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Cruyff. Kvaratskhelia. Hullet. Hullet really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Can he finish? It's in!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, what can we say about Rashford? What's not to like about him, having proven himself to be...
Chance! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Xavi Alonso proves too strong. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Roberto Carlos. And that's a throw-in. Van Nistelrooy. Roberto Carlos. Played towards the other side.
Well spotted.
Thuram. Now Costa Curta. Corinthians leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. Roberto Carlos, Costa Curta. It's a really well-measured ball. Lovely feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries to play. Tries a shot! Knocks it into space. Szoboszlai. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thinks about the shot. Oh, that's nice. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
And he's there to clear it. Cruyff tries making a foray down the right. Great ball, and he's in here. And he's only too happy to take that back. Ronaldinho. Now it's Pelé. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Pelé. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here. Son Heung-min is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Thuram. And it's Cruyff. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Corinthians are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Son Heung-min charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, super ball! This might spell danger. And Cruyff! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Tries to pass it through. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch it.
He's going for goal! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he welcomes it in. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Van Nistelrooy showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Looking for options for movement. Rashford crosses. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's a throw. Shoots! Volleyed effort.
That's unlucky. The idea was really smart for me, and he's had a good go at it.
Roberto Carlos. It's Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. Back into the middle. Cruyff is fouled. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And this is Cruyff. Szoboszlai deals with that comfortably. Opts for safety. Costa Curta. And it's Son Heung-min.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Rashford. Now it's Rafael Leao. He is through here. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Oh, great save by Dina! Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And so we're off again. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Van Nistelrooy. Well read, nice interception. Messi. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Pelé. That's a sharp pass. And it's Ronaldinho. Little pass back. Nicely shaped ball. And this is Messi. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ronaldinho. Cruyff. Decent chance! And he's done it!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
So smooth, a signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Corinthians take the lead. Xavi Alonso.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And it's Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos just eases him off the ball. Rashford. Messi. That is great defending, so alert. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rafael Leao receives it in a good position here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Pelé. And he's away. Ronaldinho, who does have an assist to his name. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the... Oh, what has happened here? They've got a corner here. And it's been taken short. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That has ended up in no man's land. He's gone for goal! Oh, off the bar! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Son Heung-min duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Corinthians take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Corinthians perhaps contemplating their next change here. Eder Militao. Sanchez. Now it's Gavi, Oh, no question, that's a foul. Now this is interesting, he has already had his name taken once.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Camisa 2. Deixando o campo para a entrada de...
Always onto this. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. More and more pressure on the ball here. Vieira. Salah. Schlotterbeck. That pass has been well intercepted. Over to the left. Chiesa. Here's Vieira. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Threads one in. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, nicely intercepted. There's the crossfield ball, and it's Salah. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Vieira. Pele, given the lift of his goal. Mohamed Salah. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's there to make the challenge. Now it's Pele. Pele has got himself a free kick.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Chiesa is onto this. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, lovely feeding it. Mohamed Salah! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Schlotterbeck. And that's that. Corinthians are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So, just time for me to say thanks. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. It is quite a scene here, this being one of Asia's top footballing venues, the Saitama Stadium. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Pelé. Pelé! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. Shoots! It's there! 2-0, and in next to no time. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Torres! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And they've switched it over to the other side. Always onto this. That has been cut short.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Drogba. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So a chance here. What can they make of it?
Yeah, an early test for the keeper. And this is the last person you want to see standing behind the ball if you're on the receiving end.
Oh, it's come loose. Good ball, good take. Oh, well played. Corinthians have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Pelé, Messi. No, he is not giving anything away. Neatly clipped into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Son Heung-min. And it's Rijkaard. Thuram. Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. Pelé. He is through here. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi gets into some space. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. That has been slung wide.
You can never be short of runners into space.
He's having a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Son Heung-min plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Face to face, shapes to shoot! It's in! Right back in the game! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
He's had a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Son Heung-min goes short. Sweden have the chance to go the other way. Plays a sharp little ball here. And here's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Looking for the run. And he's picked out the run. Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He won't be happy with that one. Over to the left. He has found a way through. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. To further improve their position of comfort. As you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Corinthians take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
He's in space and looking for options. Takes the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Son Heung-min. And he has been fouled there. Oh, that's well spotted. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And we hit half-time.
Corinthians are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And we're off again. Rijkaard. It's Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's tidy. Baresi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Son Heung-min. And it's Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho. Pele. Now it's Ronaldinho. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. He's found the way through. Can he finish? Oh, that was close. And the pass is intercepted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard. Here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Xavi Alonso. Ronaldinho. Cruyff. It's a threatening ball. Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kimmich. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well timed, excellent interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Quality ball.
The attendance for this match was 60,179.
Messi is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And this is Hazard. Hazard. It's Hazard! And it's in! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Sweden get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Conte. Baresi. To Hazard. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rummenigge. And it's Beckham. Oh, easy pickings there. Ronaldinho. Now it's Son Heung-min. Tries to play it through. Kimmich. Conte.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Tries to pass it through. Now there's a fine ball. And the shot! Sticks it away! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well read, nice interception. Well, there's the clearance. Ah, good steal, he just read it. He's got away. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Beckham standing over it. Good read, needed to be.
Sweden clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Roberto Carlos cuts out the pass. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, that has not gone well. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game.
Big chance! And that's a real chance missed.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Substitution for Sweden.
Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short.
Number 22.
Sweden are looking to go forward now.
Conte.
And that could set him on his way. And the keeper takes decisive action. And the volley. Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Cruyff really has looked sharp, hasn't he? I get the feeling he fancies himself against this defence now.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Sweden complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Nicely weighted. Real chance! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
4 added minutes on the board. Neymar. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. He might be in here! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
OK, credit him for his willingness to run at people, but you really shouldn't be afforded so much space down the middle of the pitch. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And it's been taken short. Corinthians with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So that's it. It is all over. Corinthians pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. Thuram. And it's Messi. Cruyff. Can he latch on to this? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nicely worked. This might chance for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Marmoush is offering a wry smile there.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Looking here to chip it through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Corinthians clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That's an imaginative pass. Baresi. Ferdinand. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Takes on his marker. Oh, that's fabulous. Corinthians still without a single shot on target. Alonso.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Beckham. Corinthians are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Son Heung-min. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Beckham with the cross. Xavi Alonso. Son Heung-min has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And here's Marmoush. Messi. Thuram. Cannavaro. And it's Xavi Alonso. Marmoush. And he's there to make the challenge. Ball played for Rijkaard. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Messi succumbs to the pressure. Conte. Ball's gone out of play. Not the most convincing of passes. Ronaldinho. And it's Cruyff. Great vision. And this is Marmoush. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldinho. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Son Heung-min. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. And it's Rijkaard. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Rijkaard cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And here's Marmoush. Mbappe! Loose ball now. Oh, what has happened here? Crossing. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ronaldinho. Played out to the right. And the first half is done. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Knocks it out wide. Mbappe. And this is Marmoush. Thuram with the slide tackle there. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Ronaldinho. Now it's Ronaldinho. Pinches it off him. Rijkaard. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Son Heung-min. That's tidy. Alonso. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking. Messi ready to try one.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Pelé, can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Marmoush. Messi. Nicely shaped ball. Well read, nice interception. Ronaldinho. Now it's Pelé. Plays a sharp little ball here. Finds himself. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So the would-be breakthrough moment. Never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Gol marcado para o Corinthians. Aos 14 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador camisa 12.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Driving forward. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. No foul, says the referee. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Thuram. And back to the keeper they go. Costa Curta. Son Heung-min goes on a run down the left wing. Now it's Cruyff. It's a really well-measured ball. Conte. Now it's Kante. Threads one in. Looking for options for movement. Brilliantly cut out.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 18. Camisa 20.
And it's Fernando Torres.
Camisa 19.
And he's taking no chances there.
Deixando o campo para
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Substituição.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Now that is a hefty challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He is... tries a shot! So close to drawing level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
And he's there to clear it. Struck first time. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Plays it in low. And he's quick to get it clear again. Bastoni. Corinthians leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Very much into the last knockings. Corinthians clearly now in lead preservation mode. Pass somewhat off target. Chiesa. Thuram. Oh, what's he done? Cannavaro.
This is now creating a nervous atmosphere. The fans simply want the ball at the other end.
Foram indicados 2 minutos
Time
de
is
acréscimo.
desperately short now, but it is a corner.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
All hands on deck for this one.
Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 14.
Rijkaard tries to clear. And he's had a hit! Decent enough try.
Rijkaard just can't be faulted for taking on it.
And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal.
Dida.
Picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Senhoras e senhores,
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Corinthians definitely came out on top simply because they were allowed to march through the middle. Something they jumped onto nice and early and continuously exploited.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.